cloud. So record this to the cloud. I love when this dude is on. He's always got high levels of energy, super, super stoked on life. Hector, I'm going to actually turn the mic over to you. And Hector, my man, my spirit animal, I'm going to turn it over to you and have you bring us out on the field on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. So without further ado, Hector, let's hit him with some game, bro.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. This week has been about a lot of change. Ed Milet has come into our lives with the power of one. And I will say that I am back in the gym. I'm feeling better. My endorphins are going off because I'm in early. I know it's like a thing for people to go to the gym in the morning, but you know what? It gets us up, it gets us active, and getting us active gets to that next level and that one more thing in our lives that can get us pushing, whatever it is. Stick to it. Think about all the things we can do because we are capable, like attending this meeting, being blessed by life daily or every other day where we can. And let's just keep moving, keep moving and keep active because things will happen when we make it happen.
Man, I appreciate you, big dog. And the fact that he said Ed Milet came into our life, he's probably been in some of your lives, but he recently came into my life. And then whenever I feel like there's a moment where we could share in something and be in unison about a thought or a feeling or a cause or something that is powerful that will not only help us in business, but help us in our lives. Like I always want to share that. So I believe in the power of reading. I'm a micro reader. I like to read a lot of different things at all the time. So I think it's powerful. I actually sent Ed Milet a video. I sent Ed Milet a text to let him know he's had a huge impact on us already. And my hope is that I could get him on the screen one day, but I know he's a super, super busy guy. So let's do this, you guys. I want to talk about intention, and I want to talk about some action takers from this last week. And I'm going to pull up some people's social media and just share with you what is working right now, who are some action takers right now, and what has really, really kind of separated their business in the last couple weeks. But let me start out with intention. I wrote this down. It says, when your actions are based on good intentions, our soul has no regrets. Let me say that one more time for the people in the back of the room. When your actions are based on good intentions, our soul has no regrets, right? I'm not in real estate because I just want to make a lot of money. Like I want to influence, I want to impact, I want to create a lifestyle for my family. I want to retire in 8 years. I want to travel the world, all these things. So my intent is rooted in my ability to serve you guys at the highest level. So when I think about that, when I think about my kids and I think about my family, right? If I don't show up, am I really living in my purpose of my why? No, not at all. There's no congruency. So I make sure that I'm living in my purpose so I can give them everything that they deserve because that's the why, right? So you have to look at congruency in your life. So let's do this. I want to go to a couple people's Instagram, but before I do, and Melody, I'm glad that you're on the call because you're going to be one of the people that I call on. But before I do so, I want to share something with you, and I want to share this right here.
Just forward with times video, just as an example.
Video.
If you look at the superstars in real estate, they don't get up every day and feel like doing what they do, but they do it anyway.
That's it.
Our lives are like one tornado after another in real estate. That's who we are. Tom, I believe that the real estate agent, that they're the unsung heroes of the business world. So if you start with that and you feel good about the work you've chosen and you like serving people and you like helping people grow, and certainly real estate is the place that they're going to build the most wealth.
So let's talk about this for a second. So how many people on the screen, or excuse me, reaction button below, and I want full engagement on this. How many people truly, truly, truly want to help others achieve wealth in real estate? Please give me a reaction, right? Like so many of us want to see somebody else do wonderful things for their life and for their family because we know that this money can carry on for generations and generations. So if you know that that's what you want to do, you know that means so much to you, you know the impact is there, then my question to you is, why aren't you creating content that answers those style of questions? How can I help you? How can I serve you? How can I help you achieve more, right? So it's like you say you want to do these things, and I believe you guys, but it's that like hurdle, like, oh my God, I don't like the way, oh my God, it's so hard, and I just don't do it. let the world know what you truly, truly want to do and how you're going to impact them. So I'm going to go to a couple people's pages right now. So I'm going to go to the Marketing Babe. Glad she's on. Thanks for being on. I want you guys to hear a tone, and I want you to hear a message, and I want you guys to hear like the excitement, the jovial spirit, and the pure confidence. And this is going to lead right into our 7 pillars of influence. But I want you guys to hear this.
Reasons why you should be working with a brand new real estate agent. Our enthusiasm. Each task is new and exciting to us, giving you the best experience possible. We know where the best new properties are because we're hosting their open houses. This gives you an advantage over other buyers because we know the ins and outs of a lot of these new properties. And if you're really lucky to get an agent who is part of a mega team, we have a team of industry leaders and mentors who are dedicated to helping us be successful. So that means that they go above and beyond for us, making sure that we have a smooth and successful transaction. Cynthia, Christina, last but not least.
Okay, so what is one thing that you hear when she is speaking? Like when you guys hear her speak and present, and she's got the phony phones, like what do you guys hear in her messaging? And feel free to take yourself off of mute. I just want to hear what you guys heard in her tone. Enthusiasm, you're absolutely right. Authenticity, you're absolutely right. You guys hear a level of confidence, right? She is a brand new agent, but I promise you, if I was a consumer, I would look at her and be like, well, she's got a lot of energy. She's excited. She's got that mega team. She's got 2 phones. She's got Christina. She's got a Cynthia. Like, I'm with that. She answers the questions that consumers are going to be asking themselves already. And she put herself on the camera and said, let me address the things that you're probably thinking about, right? What are consumers thinking about right now? If you can get into the psychology of a consumer and then you answer those questions, you tap right into them, right? And so really, really good job, Daniela. I'm going to go over to Mel. Mel, the other day, it wasn't a coaching session. It was, hey, what's up? How are you? Good. How are you? Cool. How's the dog? Great. Hey, I had a question about transaction. Cool. Hey, while I have you, Mel, can I do a quick unsolicited coaching with you? We had a quick conversation about her content. So Melody has been building. You guys have seen it. You came to her event. So she's been building. Agent attraction has been a huge part of her thought process. So I said, I love what you're doing on the agent attraction side. I said, where is your consumer content? She's like, yeah, I got all these ideas. Listen, I said, all I want you to do is answer a question a day. Talk to the consumers. You've been in the game for 9 years. You've seen patterns. You've seen shifts. You've seen all these things. Answer those questions. And so she's like, cool, I'm just going to do that. I didn't know when she was going to do that, but this is about action. So the other day, and here's what's cool about this video, and I'm going to pause it. I'll come back to it in a second. Well, it's got 57 likes and then 18 comments. So that's high engagement. When we look at the actual reel here, these reels, it already got some traction. It's close to 1,000 views on this reel, but let's just listen to the message.
Back out the home purchase without losing their deposit? This is the question that I get asked most frequently by home buyers today. And the answer is twofold. The California home purchase contingency allows buyers to back out of the transaction based on the inspector's findings.
All right, so let's stop here. So what Daniela did and what Melody did is something that's really, really powerful, but it's simple and it's easy. It's a hook, right? It's a hook. It's the opening statement is a hook. So I don't have to wait to get to the body of your message to find out what the actual purpose is, right? I'm hitting you with that verse or that hook right away, and then I'm going into my verse. And that's exactly what both of them did. They answered the question, or they said the question or the hook early on, and then explained that. Here's what consumers are scared of. They're scared of losing their EMD. Some people, that EMD is all they have in regards to savings. And now what Melody does and what Daniela does, and everyone else I'm going to mention on this call, is that, you know what, that money is protected. How? I know my friends have purchased non-contingent homes and are not having the best year of experience because they're having to fix all this stuff, but they really want to live in Maxwell Park. And oh my God, it kind of sucks. Quality of life sucks. So what you did really well there, Melody, is that you did a hook and then you brought them in. And so it's like, okay, cool. I want to hear what's past that hook. I want to hear that. So really great job. And what did Melody do? So Melody did a follow-up hit, right? And I don't know, I think this was posted 12 hours ago. So, all right, so listen to the hook.
Is the market going to crash? The number of
How many consumers do you think are asking that question right now? Should I buy? Right? 5 reasons why it's still a great time for buyers to purchase real estate in the Bay Area. 3 ways that you're protected that you weren't protected last year. These are hooks, you guys. This is what a consumer is thinking about. So start tapping into that. So Melody, way to give them a comeback hit with something strong. I want to go over to Christian. Now, Christian is newer to real estate. She's been in the game for about a year, but I love this. And when I saw this, and I'm not calling out just the girls, I got a guy on the list as well, but there was a video here, a reel, and it was, is it this one? Yeah.
The
It's this one.
most frequently asked question that I get in this industry is it the right time to buy? And that's a very personal question. The right time to buy is when you're financially ready, when you can afford the mortgage payment, and you yourself feel like you are ready to take on the home buying process. Message me to book an appointment today.
All right,
The
you guys.
most frequently asked question that I get in this industry is it the right time to buy?
Okay, watching this video, what's a couple things that stand out to you? Let me hear from you guys. Go ahead and chime in the chat or just say it verbally. What are some things that stand out about this video? Anybody?
The clarity.
The clarity. Love this. The attention grabber. Absolutely. What was the attention grabber, Daniela?
And she said, is it the right time to buy? Because the consumers are always worried, like, oh, I'm not ready. I don't know if I'm ready. And she was like, went straight to the punch. Let me address this before you get lost in your thoughts. Here is the answer. And if you need extra help, just contact me. So she did a really great job.
Really great job. You know what she did? And this is really, really cool. She instantly made herself seem that she was empathetic. I don't know what it's your best time. Like she instantly put herself in the shoes of a consumer. But there's one other thing here that I wanted to share with you guys, and let's watch this one more time because this is powerful.
Question that
I'm not going to play the audio, and there's a reason why.
It's her body language. She's throwing up in her arms and she's welcoming everybody.
Okay, Joe Ellen, was that Joe Ellen?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. How many, and you guys, I'm just excited about this. I've been up all morning. I've just been looking, I've been researching, I've been doing my notes, right, you guys? Because when you think about communication, does anybody know if you take 100% and you divided up that communication, does anybody know what those numbers are? We've all heard this sometime in our career. If you've been in sales, if you've been in communication for a while, you've probably heard this before. In communication, 7% of that is our actual words, 7%, right? Our tone is 38%. When you heard Daniela speak, her tone was boom, bang. When you hear Melody speak, it is a tone that you connect with. But what's most important? 55% of all communication is body language, right? Hey guys, I'm really, really excited about today's coaching. Like I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that we're having this conversation. Or you guys, what's up, you guys? I am super, super excited just to be here, just to be on the screen with you, just to share this love, this light, this energy. Let's go ahead and get started. Is it a different feel? It's a completely different feel, you guys. So I want to encourage you to be cognizant of all 3 of those: my words, my tone, and my body language. And that's why Tony Robbins says emotion creates emotion. Get up, smile, shake it out, just move around a little bit versus like, hey, Tom, yeah, it's just, you don't want to buy a house? Figures. Yeah, last 27 calls, didn't want to buy a house, right? It's like, that body language says a lot about how you are feeling. I'm going to go to 2 other people and then we're going to move on from this subject. But I don't know if George is on today, but George, we need another hit from you, big dog. George, are you on, bro? I don't know if he's on. It's okay. All right. So if George is not on, we're gonna get him out of bed. But listen to this.
It's your favorite Bay Area realtor, George Martinez. So one of my favorite and most important things to do with every new buyer is a buyer consultation. Reason being is because I'm gonna go over with you how the market is doing.
All right. What do we notice as he opens up his presentation? What do we notice? Daniela, say again. She
had a
was
lot
saying
of-
some good stuff.
I just get so excited. He had a lot of energy, like right from the punch. He was smiling. He was like jumping at it. He was just so excited to make this piece of content that's what's contagious when you're viewing it on the other side of the screen.
Because imagine this. It's your favorite Bay Area realtor. Here with another informational bit about why buyer's consultations are important. Like you could feel his, like if I was closing my eyes right now and was listening to his video, I'm like, this dude is stoked. He's stoked on life, right? And so I thought that was really, really powerful. I love it. But what I want to see is I want to see a follow-up hit from him because he's doing a lot more stories right now. But George, when you see this, when you watch the playback, my brother, this was really, really good. Love it, love it, love it. Let's go to one other person. And you guys, I'm not singling anybody out. There's hundreds of people on the team. So if I've missed you and if you've created something you want to share, let me know. So new homes ladies. So Terry's been in the business for a long, long time. She's just recently starting to create reels. And as you can see, she hasn't really created many reels until recently. She dropped this one and I thought it was cool.
Will I be able to afford to buy a?
You guys are onto something here. And I'm hearing this from all kinds of top influencers in the game, like answer the hook right out of the gates. Answer the question right out. She has a hook. So what can I expect? When can I expect my homes to sell? Where can I go from here? She in this video states, well, a lot of people don't want to sell because they don't know where they're going to go. They don't want to be homeless. They don't want to, because that's some of the sentiment that we had last year. My home's going to sell in 7 days. Where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? There's no inventory, right? All the sentiment that we're saying, why should you list your home? Well, it's because there's no inventory and we have all these buyers. Well, where am I going to go, right? I'm going to be that buyer in 14 days. So these are the things that are working. These are the things that are gaining traction. But I wrote this and I've been hearing this over and over the last couple weeks. And you guys, I am elevating my stuff. There's a guy out there named Sharon, and I want you guys to follow this dude. God, he's so smart. And this whole session is not going to be on social media, but right here. So I had the fortunate opportunity to meet Sharon. Look how many followers this dude has. Super, super smart dude. But the guy that does all of his.
This is a weird lesson on lead generation from the Dalai Lama. I actually met the Dalai Lama. Well, I just shook his hand. But what if Dalai Lama how would he treat that lead? He would be kind. He would be thoughtful. He would nurture that lead for life.
So this guy, I saw him in person. We met. We're constantly collaborating, sharing thoughts and ideas. I'm like, dude, I like your captions. I like your screen grabs. I like the things that's happening. So I signed a contract with his editor so I can take my game up to the next level, because I'm not going to ask you guys to raise your bar if I'm not going to do it myself. So this guy is amazing. He just sold a $3 billion company, $3 billion company. He's probably somebody that you want to follow and learn from and listen. So you guys, the idea here is that you could be rich and weird. We learned this at Sales Mastery, rich and weird, or you could be basic and broke, right? I would rather be, people probably see me sometimes, they're like, oh my God, here he's on a Vespa, he's fucking beeping the horn. He has a fucking Easter bunny outfit on. He's trying to drive the Vespa just to share good love in my neighborhood. And like, but I don't care. So when they said that in Sales Mastery, be rich and weird, baby. That's what they kept saying. Rich and weird, baby. Rich and weird, baby. Or be basic and broke, right? Be basic and broke. Because I'm not basic. None of you are basic. So I put, speak your truth, walk in your purpose, be quirky, be strange, be opinionated, be fun, be controversial. You're the content, you're the sitcom, you're the star, you're the character. And if I was to quote the words of Matt Damon from Good Will Hunting, at least I'm not unoriginal. At least I'm not unoriginal, right? That's what I want you guys to think, because all of you are who the fuck you are. So just go and be that person, nothing else. And I'm excited about this. I've been reading all morning. I want to share those thoughts with you before we shift gears into the 7 pillars of influence. Does anybody have anything that they want to share? Thoughts, ideas, ahas, before we go to the next section of coaching? Anybody? You guys are gonna leave me hanging. I'm all excited and everyone leaves me hanging. Okay, all right. Nobody has anything to share on this subject?
Eliza, I think I'll mention something. Yesterday on our call, you were talking about not just time management, but energy management. And I think that's important of like, in like these videos of like our energy management and energy transference and how we manage our energy and how we deliver it to our clients and the people that we interact with. So I think that was something that stuck out to me.
I love that. And you're going to see content on a whole new level with Andrew. Andrew's going to be doing some events. He's going to be taking his purpose and broadcasting this purpose that a lot of us don't know what he's doing, but he's helping people all over the world in a huge, huge way. But I didn't know that until I had our coaching session yesterday. So man, I'm stoked for you and what's ahead. Anybody else want to chime in? Or is everyone else going to be shy? Should we sit here and create videos together? No, Christina, go ahead.
Okay. So I just want to say that yesterday, you know, I put a buyer need out there on my story. And I just think we all need to remember, like, yes, we're targeting an audience to buy homes, sell homes, but we also have the connection and networking with agents. So as soon as I put that buyer need on, you know, like 4 different agents, people I don't even know, were like, hey, I have something. So, I mean, it's just so powerful, and just don't stop using your stories. Don't start using your wall. Like, I try and stay on it pretty all day, but it's finally like starting to get that traction that I was looking for, because the networking aspect, even with other agents, is huge.
Christina, like when you look at her wall, when you watch her stories, there is this level of excitement that has completely been next level for the last 2 years. Like you can feel her excitement and you know that she's an expert in this space. Like I absolutely love following you and watching all your stuff, Christina. Damian, you had your hand up, bro. Let's and thank you guys for late chime-ins. Damian, let's hear for you.
Better late than never. Good morning. Good morning. I this over the past week, I've been making a more of a concerted effort to post reels and just post thoughts. And it's not even necessarily. I mean, some of them are business related, but a lot of the times it's more just in general about life. And I've been getting way more interactions on Facebook and Instagram because of these reels. I mean, because I'm always posting shit, but I'm never letting people hear me speak. And so them actually getting to see me besides a production, you know, or just a picture that I'm posting is starting to make a difference. And I'm seeing people wanting to interact more when they see me talking.
Man, I love it. And Damian always says this, work until it works, right? Like this one, 84 views and then 11 comments. That's actually really, really good traction, right? This is really, really good traction. When you look at his reels and what type of eyes are going on his reels, there's consistent eyes on what he's doing, and that number is going to continue to grow as long as he stays consistent. So yeah, my man, shout out to you as well. So you guys, let's continue cruising on. Let's actually take one more person. Sep, you had your hand up, bro, or is that an old hand?
No, hi Les. I just want to add something about the previous video about the lady was saying that whenever you're ready for the mortgage, it's time for you to buy. I felt that it was a confident that the market is ready. It's the best time to buy, but just whenever you're ready, it's a good time to buy. So there's nothing, there's no instability, there's nothing from the market side that it could be wrong. So you are the only reason particular in this equation that if you're ready, it's a good time to buy.
Totally. Yeah. And that's why I loved her message, was super, super empathetic. So you guys, I want to share a couple things with you. If you have the ability to take notes, I want to highly encourage you to take notes on this section. If you are driving, I get it. If you're walking, I get it. Maybe go back and watch this recording later and break down the notes. Before we go any further, midway through, I told Otis that I'd give him an opportunity to grab the mic. So Otis, he is doing a really cool cause in the Vallejo area, and you want to drop some information about that. So Otis, before we continue any further, bro, go ahead and tell us a little bit about what's going on in Vallejo and this backpack drive.
Thank you, Elias. It's really something Cortez brought to my attention, something him and his family started. But me and Cortez, like I've been telling you guys, we really bonded over the last month, and he's given me the opportunity to help. So I've been trying to bring some of my celebrity influences from Vallejo, like all the rappers and stuff. But he's doing this backpack drive and kid supplies, school supplies for the kids. If people don't know Vallejo, their community, we try our best. For the people that do it, you've seen the pothole vigilantes from Sean West, a lot of people. The community really helps Vallejo. So we want the school boards, the other people, our realtors, and anybody else that we could possibly get to help these kids. It's August 14th. I'm gonna try to share it in the Slack right now before the thing's over. August 14th at the Bingo Hall off 777 Sereno Drive in Vallejo. I know we have a huge team. If you guys can't donate any supplies, just a repost. It does huge. It does huge. So Vallejo is really under with the scrutiny with the school board and some of the people that's in place. We're trying to do our best to get them out because these youths are forgotten about. That's why the crime and everything's going so rampant around Vallejo, because they just feel like nobody has their back. So if anybody could please help on the team or just do that little bit of reposting, we gladly appreciate it.
Love it, Otis. Love it. And thank you for sharing, my man. And definitely you have us all in your, at your disposal for help and support, man. So let's talk about the 7 pillars of influence. Obviously, it goes perfectly with what we're saying right now, and it goes perfectly with what we do when we meet human beings. So pillar number 1, the first mistake in pillar number 1 is being unprepared. All right, so let's talk about this. First things first, in that first pillar, I want you guys to write or come back and take notes later. Embrace script and dialogue, right? Now, I wrote this note here when we were at Sales Mastery. When a great salesperson uses a script, it doesn't feel or sound like a script, right? There's things that you probably have memorized, rehearsed, and internalized, to where when you vocalize these things, that it sounds natural, it doesn't sound contrived, and it sounds real because you've already connected with the messaging. So sometimes I think scripts and dialogues are dirty words in our environment. It's not, and it is if you haven't internalized that, memorized that, and know how to deliver it. Yeah, it's a dirty word, but when it's ingrained in who you are, it just sounds like that person is talking, right? I'm not like waiting for the moment, but hi, Adrian. Thank you for joining me today. First thing I would like to cover is your buyer needs and where would you like to find a home in the Bay Area. While you're speaking, I will be taking some notes. Blah, 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 wah, wah, wah. That's what people hear, right? So you have to memorize, rehearse, and internalize. When 2 people meet, the person that has the most certainty will have the greater influence on the other person. Let me say that one more time, you guys. When 2 people meet, the person that has more certainty will have the greater influence over the other. We've all met that person. We've all met a Melody that walks in a room and is 4'9", excuse me if I give or take, 5'2", excuse me, but walks in the room and just fucking owns it. And she is certain. Hi, how are you? Wonderful. How you doing? You need a drink? You need anything? Cool. Have a seat. Wonderful. Thank you for being here. That's certainty. That person has influence. And Melody, I'm sorry if I missed a couple of inches, but I'm just making a point here. When 2 people meet, the person that has more certainty will have the greater influence with the other. Number 2, this is the mistake, not sounding confident, excuse me. We talked about this in Sales Mastery, and they talked about 2 things, your upswing and your downswing. I'll give you an example. Would you like to go on an appointment with me on Monday? That is an upswing. An upswing creates doubt, sounds uncertain, and it sounds like I really just am not that confident about what I'm going to say. Here's a downswing. Downswing creates certainty, respect, and confidence. Daniela, we're going to meet on Monday or Tuesday at 5 or 6 o'clock. What sounds best to you? Right? What sounds best to you? It's like that downswing versus, would you like to do a buyer's consultation? We're going to do a buyer's consultation. I do that with every single one of my consumers. Downswing, chop, move on, right? So not sounding confident is one of the pillars where people make the most mistakes. But if you don't sound confident, maybe you're not doing the work. Maybe you're not practicing. Maybe you sound like dryers or shoes in the dryer and your shit is clunky, right? You guys, if you do not look at your game right now, what is my lead conversion script? What is my buyer's consultation? What is my listing presentation? How do I discuss the market right now? If those things are not on point right now, what are you doing? Like those things need to be spot on. You guys need to be masters at presenting. Let's go to pillar 3. Not controlling emotional state. God, this one hits home for me. A lot of times we fail to realize like what is happening internally, right? What is happening internally? How do I feel? What type of emotion am I giving this? Am I pissed off at my lady? Am I pissed off at my man? Am I pissed off because that client just told me to fuck off and I just lost the client and now I'm going into an appointment? I'm like, I didn't reflect on all those things and now I have low energy, and what do I expect to happen if I don't have a really great understanding of my emotional state? So control your emotional state. I love what that lady said on Tom Ferry earlier, and it goes back to what we've been talking about. 30% of the people, or 30% of the people do what they want to do on the days that they want to do it. 70% of the people do the shit that they don't want to do on the days that they don't want to do it. I think that's powerful. Pillar number 4, sounding uninterested or like you are not listening. God. Sometimes we are overthinking the process, and what we're doing is we're thinking about the transaction while people are talking. I'm talking to Kim, and what I'm doing is I'm looking for an opportunity. I'm looking for an in. What can I say? It's going to be good. Oh, I'm going to respond and it's going to be good. And I'm going to keep them, like I'm going to sell them, right? Well, that is not the proper way. It's like you have to feel and make people feel like you're truly, genuinely interested in them, what they're saying. So quick response pattern for each of you guys to think about, to remember. Ask a question. Shut up. Just shut up. Ask a question and then let it come to you and shut up. Repeat what they said. So Daniela, I want to make sure that I understood you correctly. You said that you wanted to do this and you want to say do this and you want to be in that new home by December. Have I missed anything? Right? Give them approval. This, and I hope this hits home for a lot of people. Clients aren't resistant. Perhaps you are just ineffective in the way that you are communicating. Clients aren't resistant. Perhaps you are just ineffective in the way that you're communicating. Ouch, yes. I was talking to somebody yesterday that reached out to me and said he has some challenge with somebody's on their team. And I said, have you listened to their calls? He's like, I'd love for you to coach him. He's like, every single thing that he says to a consumer on the phone is pompous and it comes across as if he is agitated and it's condescending. His tone is always condescending. He doesn't listen. He doesn't have a good, and so he gets this resistance from people. So I told him that same line. It is literally perhaps not the client's being resistant. It's he's ineffective in the way that he's communicating. Pillar number 5, making it all about you is the common mistake, right? This is not about us. When we remove ourselves from the transaction, that's when beauty comes and that's when beauty happens. And that's when true bonds and connections are created in this real estate industry. This is not about us. This is about them, their future, their kids, their children, I mean, their family, everything. So you have to, first off, think about them, be empathetic, and ask yourself, what do I actually like about this person? Right? Like if you stop and think, if I'm going to go into a coaching session, like what do I actually like about Daniela? What are some things she's doing that I respect? What do I like about Nkosi that I truly like? Take that same practice when you guys are working with your clients. What am I grateful for in this moment? How are we similar, right? We might be from completely different walks of life. I might be sitting across the table from a lawyer that that really I don't on the surface think that I have anything that is similar, but like start thinking about it. How are we similar? We could be similar in our thoughts and our ideas, on our vantage points, on music. There's so many things. What is their problem and how can I solve it, right? That's when we put ourselves in that state, we remove ourselves from it and we stop making it about us and we start always making it about the client. Lack of connection. You guys, this is huge. When we think about connection, people are driven by a few things in life, and this is just basic human needs. People are driven by love and connection. They're driven by significance. They're driven by certainty. They're driven by variety, and they're driven by growth and contribution. And let's just do a survey on this. How many people come to group coaching 3 times a week, 1 time a week, 2 times a week, because they hope that they're going to get something that will help them grow in their life and business? Please raise your hand if you fall into that category. I come here because I'm hoping that I'm going to get something that will help me grow. Let's talk about contribution. Some of you grab your phone, get on the computer, and you come to these sessions because your hope is that while you're in this room, maybe I can contribute to somebody else on the call. Maybe I can grab the mic and Elias is going to say, you know what, go ahead, Cortez, let me hear from you. Maybe Melody gets an opportunity to say something that's going to be powerful because she's driven by contribution. So that's who we are as human beings. What we tend to do is we tend to lack that connection. You guys, this is something that I've practiced my whole entire career. I did it when I was a young kid, then I started to like see it as I grew up, and now it's something I feel that if I put myself in that that mindset, what I like about this person, what am I grateful for? How are we similar? And what is their problem and how can I solve it? I can connect with any human being on the face of the planet. I truly, truly can. Like I can make, it's not about how much you know about the real estate game. People don't care about that. How did you make them feel? Right? How did you make them feel? We've all had those relationships. I don't know if you've ever met Hector. You meet Hector, you're like, man, love you, bro. Just want to give you a big hug before you leave, right? Like, that's because he made you feel warm, open, like friendly. You ever meet Joellen? Can you say a bad thing about her? Right? Mel shaking her head. No, it's just like, she's just there. She wants to help. She's a team player. She's always like high spirited, and I can go on and on. I'm just picking names that I see on the screen, you guys. So lack of connection, that's a huge mistake. So ask yourself those questions. How can I connect based on human needs and what the human needs are? Last pillar is, and the mistake made in this pillar is that you have lost control of your drunk monkey. And let me elaborate what the drunk monkey is for the people that are in sales mastery. I see Sakia's face. She's like, wait a minute, it's early. Drunk monkey is your ego. When you put your ego aside and you don't make egotistical decisions in your life, and you're able to surrender and say, this is not about me. When that ego is always there to talk to you, to try to take front and center stage, like you have to be able to say, you know what? I'm going to get that ego under control. Give you an example. Well, I'm going to do good. I'm going to do really good. And yeah, I'm actually crushing it in real estate right now. And I feel really good about it. Okay, well, perhaps that's your ego talking, because what do your numbers say currently about your production? Are you going on appointments? Are you showing homes? Are you writing offers? And do you have a pipeline that is solid right now? And if the answer is no, then maybe you need to put your ego aside and pick up the phone and start making some phone calls. Maybe you need to put your ego aside and say, you know what, this week I'm going to do whatever it takes to go out and meet some consumers by knocking on 100 doors, right? Maybe I need to put my ego aside and say, you know what, this is not about me and how I feel. And oh my God, it's a bad day and I don't look good and I got a pimple and all this shit. I'm going to put my ego aside and I'm just going to create a video, and I'm hoping one person in the crowd rocks with me and they get that, because I got a message that people need to hear because I care about people, right? Put your ego aside. This is not about us, you guys. It's about them. So that's getting control of your drunk monkey, putting that aside and doing something for somebody else and not listening to that drunk monkey. It's always going to be there, always going to be there. But we got to master that. We got to hold it. We got to make sure that we are the ones that are in control of that drunk monkey, because they're going to surface all the time. They are always going to surface. It's like, not right now, not right now, not right now. I got people to help. I got people to serve. So that drunk monkey always has to be pushed aside, always. So you guys, those are my thoughts. I want to share this with you because just going back through all my notes, so it's funny. So I was like, Amanda, can you price out a rethinkable for me? I think a remarkable, sorry, it's a remarkable, because we go to seminars and we're always taking notes, and then I try to put the notes into the, so she's like, okay, so let me understand this, babe. We're going to spend $500 on this remarkable, and what are you going to do? She said, you're going to sit here. She said, you're going to write in your composition books and all your stuff. And so she's like, are we really, really making the best use of that $500? I said, yes, babe, yes. But I want you guys to like think about all these things, full stream of consciousness. I'm thinking like, how can we get better? How can I get better? How can this be better? And so I wanted to share those thoughts with you about the 7 pillars of influence. And let's have some full stream of consciousness. Let's go around the room. I want to hear how you guys are thinking, where you guys' heads are at right now. So I'm going to go back to Hector. Hector, let's hear from you, my man. What are some things? How are you feeling? What are your thoughts right now on some of the content that we just covered?
I'm so glad you talked about what stood out to me was emotional state of mind, I think. So lately I've been in transaction, but everything that we do kind of encompasses other companies, whether it's escrow, a lender. We have to, in order for our clients to win and execute and get to the finish line, we have to deal with these other businesses. And what I'm realizing, because I'm going on 4 years, having my license in December, is that I represent, they are represented by me because I'm bringing them on as my team. And what I'm realizing is I really don't like how certain companies operate. And when you're in a reactionary state of mind, and these other companies don't remember that the reason we're all doing this and we're communicating is because we're trying to get them to their house. I've also come into this business to remind people, you don't matter, I don't matter, they're the ones that matter. So and I had to like bring up their company's mission in some of these emails, because I have to remind people, you and I, we can get emotional all day long, but this is about business. And we have to be able to go back and forth to figure out what the best solution is going to be for our clients. So that was just a huge win that you said that, because we have to check ourselves when we're going back and forth with people. Like, remember, this is not about us. This is about our clients. This is about our clients getting to the finish line. And I know you were talking to it about in the context of social media, but it also plays into everything that we do, because we have to remind ourselves, why am I pissed off? Is it me, or am I pissed off because I can't find a solution? Like, how are we, are we deflecting, or are we looking inwards to try to figure this out for the client?
Man.
So that was huge. And I have a mentee, I have George working on it with me, and he's looking at how I'm going to react. And then I'm looking at all areas like, okay, I got to show him this is what you want to do, but you also have to make sure you're checking someone, because you can't let this happen going forward. So that stood out to me. And then the drunken monkey thing, I have to get over the fact that it's really not about what I'm looking like in social media. It's really about someone else. So that's really helping me get over the hump of, get out of my head. It's really about me helping someone else. So that's really helping me, like, okay, like I almost feel like shoulders back with that. Like, yeah, I was thinking about this wrong the whole time. So I'm glad you mentioned that, and that really helps.
Man, I appreciate you, because here's the thing, you guys, if you don't become great at managing your own emotions, then how are you to take on the heavy weight of dealing with other people's emotions? Because it's hard. You guys, you're dealing with people and they're arguing and they disagree, and there's emotional roller coasters and all these emotions that they're feeling. It's, for a lot of people, buying a home, if they've never done it, that's scary. Like, what is behind that, right? And then if you guys don't know how to instantly, in a blink of an eye, change your emotional state, find that, right? I now command my subconscious mind to direct me and help as many people as I can today, by giving me the strength, the brevity, the humor, the emotion, the passion to do whatever it takes to help and serve these people right now. That's instant state change. Imagine you're in the fucking car before you walk into that meeting. And instead of thinking about all the troubles and all the stuff, and oh my God, yeah, that's great. Well, where's all my stuff? I got to get my stuff in my purse. And oh my gosh, shit's falling out of my purse. Hi, Tom, how are you? It's the wrong emotional state. You got to demand it of yourself. Peak states don't just arrive. You have to demand it of yourself. Be that lever on the train tracks, can send your mind and emotion and spirit in a different direction. It's important, you guys. I promise you. Melody, let's hear from you. What are you thinking? Where's your thoughts? Appreciate you being here today, and thanks for letting me share your videos. But what are your thoughts, some of your takeaways from what we've covered thus far?
Honestly, I was just stalking Daniela's Instagram because I think it's so lit. She does a great job on her videos, and she's just so confident, like on video, and I love that. Personally, I hate the sound of my own voice, so I literally just post it and forget it because if I listen to my videos, I'll cringe. But yeah, another person that I think is awesome on video is Christina. She's just like so excited. She's got this like level of enthusiasm about her that I absolutely love. Hector, I'd love to see you on video. I think you could make some lit ass reels with like your dance moves and shit. You should be on TikTok. I can't do all that. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but we might need to have a conversation about that. So honestly, like I was on a coaching call yesterday with Raquel Quinnett, and one of the things that she was talking about is doubling down right now. Like we thought that the word for 2022 was going to be shift. I challenge you to think of the word for 2022 to be execute. Like, we're done with the shift. Like, I'm tired of hearing that word. We've shifted. We're past all that. Now, what are we going to do as a result of the shift? And the result is that you need to execute. You need to double down. If you said you were going to put 100 people in your CRM by the end of the year, make that 200. If you said you were going to do 30 videos in the next 30 days, make that 60 videos. Do one in the morning and one at night. Like, just double down on all of your efforts right now because I think that that's super, super important. Get in front of the consumer. Like if you're not a good video person, if you don't like the way you look on video, if you don't like the way you sound on video, I understand that, but you might be an amazing writer. Write, create a blog, send out a newsletter on MailChimp. It's free for like the first 500 people. And if you don't like writing, then make an audio, like, put a picture up and just talk over it. Explain what's going on. And then document your journey. You don't have to be a content creator. You don't have to be the guru or the sales coach or the sales trainer. We all know that we didn't get into real estate to become a real estate coach or like, social media, freaking queen. Like some people are just not into it. I totally understand that. Just do whatever comes genuine to you. Document the journey of the appraisal, of the inspector. Document the journey of like, hey, I just got my real estate license. I'm super excited about this right now. Like, I'm just going to show you guys what it takes to get, an open house opportunity this weekend. Like, talk about those types of things. Kenny hasn't posted a video on his feed for probably the last 6 months. But what is he known for? He's known for his stories. He's constantly posting, taking shots of tequila with the boys at the end of the day, events and trainings that he's attending, travel tips and hacks. Like those are the things that people want to see. And then I'll end with this. The 2 shows that are the most popular right now in the world are what? Home Renovation and the Food Network channel. Why? Because people are gross. They want to see the mold underneath the carpet and the water stains and like the gross ass kitchen that needed the remodel. Like people are gross. They love to see that kind of stuff. So document the journey, document the behind the scenes. And you might not get like 1,000 likes in your first video. That's okay. Just keep going, just don't do it for the likes and the follows. Do it for the fact that you committed yourself to put something out there today and you're going to do it, even if it's 30 seconds, like just push yourself. So
love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. You guys, so many great insights today. So many great takeaways. Let's hear from 2 more people. Joellen, you had your hand up. Is that a new hand?
Yeah, I'm super excited about this, what we learned today. It has me thinking like a doctor, okay? Doctors are influencers. Doctors are authority figures. The first pillar and the 7 pillars of influence is being prepared. A doctor never walks into the room without looking at the medical history.
Totally.
Think like a doctor. When
Yeah.
did this happen? Where did it happen? Why did it happen? When do you want to move? Why do you want to move? Where do you want to move?
Yeah. Do you think a doctor is clunky in their presentation when they're telling you that, hey, you have diabetes and you need to work on these things or else you're going to probably die? No, they are definitive.
And those are scripts that they practice every single day because it's what they say every day. It's the same thing.
Amen. Amen. Because you have to display your level of expertise right now more so than ever. Can people look at you and think that your words are gospel, like a CPA, like a lawyer, like a doctor? I love that. Good stuff. Daniela, let's come full circle with you. Let's have you wrap up the conversation.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say, while we're in here, we get like really pumped up and super motivated. But sometimes what we lack, I think like Melody was saying, is execution. We lack the discipline to actually go out there. I saw something on Instagram, I want to say at the beginning of the year, that has really set the tone for me. Discipline will take you places motivation cannot. So we may leave this conversation, this coaching session, like, okay, yeah, I'm going to make a video. I'm going to make a video.
Wait, say that one more time. I love this. Say that one more time.
Discipline will take us places motivation cannot. So we may leave this conversation like super pumped, like, yeah, I'm going to get on social and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then we're back on Monday and we haven't created anything. Right? Because the discipline is not there. So I do it for myself too. I create content for so many other people. I haven't created my own original reel for like a month now. So I'm not just telling you guys to do it. I also have to do it. So I'm saying like, let's be disciplined. Let's go out and create at least one piece of content today, whether it be to attract an agent to our team, whether it be to educate a buyer or to educate a seller. Maybe we can bring some hope and some sense of security to people who weren't able to buy this year because they lost their purchase power, right? In the words of the amazing, great, phenomenal Maya Angelou, people will forget what you said, but they'll never forget the way that you made them feel. So let's go out there and let's get this shit done, at least create one video, and let's report back on Monday and let's see what that engagement was like.
I love it. And you know what, you guys, it's perfect. We're actually not doing coaching on Monday, but and here's why. I'm attending a funeral actually Monday morning at 10 o'clock in San Diego. However, on Wednesday, we're having Neil Holmes as our guest speaker on group coaching. This is not only an environment for you to create and invite people to the space because it's going to be a big deal, but like, how cool would that be to walk into that room and like look back and be like, we're fired up, we're ready, we want to learn from you, what's working. So I think this would be a great opportunity and I appreciate that challenge. Here's a good thing, you guys, when you get off of these calls, when this shit is fresh, when you have your notes, when you have your thoughts, like, boom, let me create, hey guys, I want to share some thoughts and insight with you about what I learned today. Hey, 3 things that I learned about influence today that I want to share with you. Cool, you don't have to go through all 7. 2 things that I learned about influence today that hit home to me and hopefully you guys connect with this message. Cool, right? It's like we're giving you all these little clips and bits and pieces that you guys can just go and instantly create. So go and create and do it and have some fun with it, you guys. I also want to encourage everybody. I want everyone to send this dude a fucking DM and let him know that I'm trying to get on his radar. Send him a DM and be like, hey, we're on Team Fast. Our director of sales and coaching reached out to you. We are going to rally around trying to get you in front of our team. Try to get you in front of our team.
Wait, can you hold up the book again? But maybe we can all take a screenshot and then we can all blast them with it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Ready, everybody? Let's all blast Ed Milet with that.
The power of one more. You guys, so great things created only by taking massive action. Like Melody said, I'm not into this shift conversation. I'm really not into it. I was never into the pivot conversation. We were fucking ready. We were just ready because we were action takers. Action takers are the ones that win in any single market. So go out there. and look at your life and look at your business, say, I'm going to take action. Adrienne and I right now, we're doing 12 weeks of intense full tilt coaching, and she is just taking action. And I appreciate that, you guys, for the condolences. It is my brother-in-law's mother. So I'm going down to support them. I'm driving in or flying in on Sunday. And the first thing I'm doing is I'm picking up my nephew, because that was his grandma meant so much to him. And I got a convertible, and I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna pick you up. We're gonna go eat tacos and we're gonna cruise the coast. It's literally all I'm gonna do on Sunday. So you guys, love, light, positive energy to all of you guys. And I want to just tell you that I am more grateful than you ever know. And I'm not saying grateful because it's in this season. Like, I truly, truly feel it. I love you guys, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Get out there and take action. Hey, Andrew, if you can hang on to this next meeting, everyone that's here for our script role play session that we're having for Mastermind, please stay on. Andrew, you're welcome to stay on this session, bro. Cool. You don't have to leave, but you can't stay here. Peace and thank you.